Welcome back to Screen Fiend. It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. Now, Captain Marvel has been blazing through the movie theaters. This is now like dwindling down a little bit because of the hoopla and the hype is over. But needless to say, there are situations. I'm sorry, developments. What's up, real world champs? There are shocking developments that transpired that allowed certain things to transpire in this film. One of the main things that transpired in this film, three cuts in your eyebrows trying to wild out. Well, one of the main things that transpired in this film that shocked a lot of people that they weren't going to expect to see was the fact that the scrolls were living on Earth. And we would found out they indeed were on Earth. And they could change into anything. And they were leaving us messages throughout the film that maybe Nick Fury is not who he says he is. That the real Nick Fury is this guy here. And he might have died. And a scroll has taken his place. Now, when they first land on the planet in Captain Marvel, we saw there were 4 scrolls. The scroll that was on the train in which Captain Marvel fought, which was the old lady that turned into the guy that got away when they got to the terminal, we know that guy never dies. There were 3 other scrolls that landed. There were 4 that landed. That interaction with that scroll, the one that died in the car with Fury, so that's 2. The Supreme Leader, right? And the scroll that was with him that ended up getting shot by the Kree officer, bad guy. Played by Jude Law. So there was 2 dead. One's with his family. What happened to the 4th one? You think that was an oversight? No. That 4th member is still on Earth. Now, when he took his family home, that one that stayed behind probably did, for the betterment of everybody involved. But because of that, there are signs. The Kree can only remember your current thoughts. They don't do well with past thoughts in the past. They can't go back that far. They can only do whatever you did currently, which is a lot of people I know are probably crows. Either that or they just high. They because they can't remember past a day. Now, let's listen to this scene from Captain Marvel.
Straight out of high school, got the rank for full bird colonel.
Then?
Spy.
Where?
It's the Cold War. We were everywhere. Belfast, Bucharest, Belgrade, Budapest. I like the bees. I can make them rhyme.
Now?
Been riding a desk for the past 6 years, trying to figure out where our future enemies are coming from. Never occurred to me they would be coming from above.
Name a detail so bizarre a scroll could never fabricate it.
Here we go.
A toast is cut diagonally. I can't eat it.
If toast is cut diagonally, he cannot eat it. This was strategically put into the film there was no mistake. Hold on just a moment, because we're going to take you back to the Avengers where he actually cuts the toast. But we have a developing situation here. It's called battery power. There we are. We now have all right, we are back. Sorry about that. Oh well, that just happened too. So anyhow, we had to get back to charging the phone. Now that just happened. Where this just went down. Don't know why that happened. Well, actually I do, but battery power. What you need? Battery power. And I'm battery power. Now, let's get back to the gist, right? As we see Nick Fury, second Avengers film, getting ready to eat a slice of bread that he cut. Now, he said that we heard from the Captain Marvel piece, he cannot eat bread cut diagonally. This doesn't look like it's cut diagonally, though. Everyone's using this as the convincing that this makes him that this scene right here makes him a crow. As a scroll, rather. And from here, it doesn't look like he's eating it cut diagonally. We won't know. Remember, he was badly injured in the Winter Soldier, where you saw he had the red blood all over him. So that this Captain Fury that we see that comes here that might just be a Skrull. Skrull, rather. This might be one of those people that might be a Skrull. The last Skrull that was left behind that Captain Marvel had to fight. But then something else happened in Avengers. As he also stated in that conversation, people call him Fury. They don't call him Nick. They don't call him Nicholas. They only call him Fury. Now, we see right before you say chat messing up. Now, in Infinity War, right before Kobe Smulders, the agent that was with him before they go and turn into Ash, right when she's going to turn to Ash, she says Nick twice. And he never responds really to what she's saying. She calls him Nick twice, right before she's turned to Ash. So that meant that that probably wasn't the real agent either. That she said Nick twice because it was a Skrull and not really her. As he says, no one knows him. If you've seen Captain Marvel, he tells you, my friends call me Fury. My mother calls me Fury. Everybody calls me Fury. No one says Nick. That's how he was able to know that his boss wasn't his boss when his boss called him Nicholas. Because everyone calls him Fury. So in Infinity War, when she's turned into Ash, she calls him Nick twice. You don't believe me? Go back and watch Infinity War. Right before they turn to Ash, you see the agent. She calls him Nick twice. Right before she turns to Ash. She goes, Nick. Nick! Now remember, they don't have to stay one person. They could turn into multiple people. Now, he said he doesn't eat bread if it's cut diagonally. I don't know if this is cut diagonally or not. We can't really see if this bread is being cut diagonally. But I just find that very strange that they would put that in the film and not include that point in there. Because it's a scene where he actually cuts the bread. In the Age of Ultron. But you can't really tell if it's diagonally or straight. So it appears to be a little diagonally because we could see the blade pointed towards us a little bit. So based on the way the positioning of the blade is, we can assume he cut it diagonally, which would make him a crow or a scroll, whatever one you want to call it. Because he said himself he cannot eat and don't want to eat any bread that is cut diagonally. And remember, if you've seen Captain Marvel, you know only 3 scrolls are accounted for. 4 of the scrolls landed. She fought one on the train, which got away. The old lady that she fought on the train, that scroll got away. And we never saw him again after the terminal. Then the one that was Agent Coulson died in a car crash. Then there was the scientist, the tech guy, and he stayed with the Supreme Leader. So the scientist who turned himself to Captain Marvel, who stayed behind, was killed by Jude Law, Kree character. And the other one, he's like, we gotta do a live chat on that joint. My G. I gotta give people time so we can start talking about us. I had to give people time to see it. So maybe tomorrow we'll sit down and do a live chat about us. I thought that would have been a great chance. One thing I will say about us is I hoped and wished that he would have used the Us song by Ice Cube. Us. We'll always sing the blues because all we care about is hairstyle and tennis shoes. Because if you stepped on mine, you push the button. Because I'll beat you down like you ain't nothing. Just like a beast. But I'm the first person to holler out peace. I beat my white Finn children to a pope when I smoke dope. Got a bad heart condition. Still eating hog maws and chitlins. Yeah, I would have loved to hear that song in there. Get Out the Us. Now, this is linked to Get Out in some way. We have to look and search and find the keys that links this film to Get Out. And I'm thinking this is going back to those actual weird scientists who were experimenting on people. No, the tethers, they were created. So whoever was creating them, whoever kept them down there, whoever built those tunnels, kept them filled with rabbits. You know, but we'll talk about all that. I just wanted to bring this thing to life here with Captain Marvel and all the secrets of the Skrulls. So yeah, we'll talk about us tomorrow. We'll do a spoiler review. But I'm out. And happy birthday, Trill.